Hey everybody, how's it going? Real Diversity. We are back with another one. We are still on this Silvally deck. I must say, let me go show you the deck. Actually, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna play a few matches. I'm gonna show you guys the deck real quick. I've been wanting to experiment. We may go and experiment here, but here is the deck list so far. There's one card I've been thinking about a lot lately. I've been thinking about putting a cape in this. A giant cape in here. But one thing that's also been really racking my brain is what I think would work way better than a giant cape would be blue. I potentially think blue in this deck would be very, very useful. And the reason I say that is because blue serves two purposes. He allows me to attack with Silvally for 100. Wait, is it Silvally or maybe Silvally? I hear both, but I'm gonna say Silvally because it looks like it's spelled Silvally. It could be Silvally though. Actually, I don't know. Now I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But I want to add blue in this deck because it just serves two purposes. The biggest issue I've been running into lately. By the way, this deck has been super consistent. One of the things I've been running to like is Solgalelo. Solgalelo swings for 120, and not being able to survive that is really annoying. Now, being able to attack a Solgalelo twice with my one Silvally would really, really turn the tides against that deck. Also, there's other Pokemon like Buzz. Yeah, I think it's really useful. I think we're gonna take Iuno out. I think we're gonna take Iuno. Iuno oftentimes it's that one card that you can really interchange. One thing too is I've been thinking about maybe also checking out maybe either a Cranidos or one of the rare candies, because it doesn't seem to make sense to have both of them. Because again, I'd rather maybe use Cranidos as an extra trainer card. Because oftentimes it feels like he doesn't feel needed, and oftentimes, and every time it's great. It's great when we have plenty of time to set him up and that type of thing. But Cranidos oftentimes seems to just kind of be a useless card most of the time for me, and I'm just not a big fan of that. There was another deck I was using last season. It was a Greninja, Garatina Greninja deck, and that deck, I think with Tapu Lele too. But that deck felt really good, and it didn't use the stage 2 evolutions. And in most decks, in the actual TCG, you do normally have just one in the middle stage, one and like 3, 4. I think because you can have up to 4 cards of the same in there. And you would normally run like 4 rare candies or something crazy like that. But you would normally run a bunch of rare candies and maybe just one middle stage in there, because those are 60 card decks, so it's a little bit different. But anyways, I've done enough yapping about it. We're gonna try blue out. Oh, actually, one thing too, I do want to edit the Oops. What did I just accidentally add? Just accidentally added something. Oh, Weedle. Yes, he was gonna be such an elite team member. I realized we have yet to pick anything for this deck, so we're just gonna go with blue. Okay. All right, let's roll with it. Let's see how this goes. I think blue is a great addition to this team. I think he serves two purposes and pretty much allows me to survive Solgalelo or Buzz. What's his name? What's that new EX beast? Something Buzz? I forget. Wasn't the biggest fan of Gen whatever Gen that was. Was that Gen 6? Or was that black and white? No, that was Gen 6, I think, with the beast. Could be wrong again. God dang it. Worst time to go. Like, Mirror Deck's just the worst time to go second. I played. There's so many games I wish I recorded. There was one match I went second. There's a certain way you play this out. There's a certain way you play this out, and that's like you just put no energy really on You just assume that they're gonna get it. But one thing, this hand is garbage right now. This hand's absolute garbage, but you know we could potentially get a knockout here if we get hits. Come on, baby. Yeah, easy early knockout there. I was gonna say that would keep us kind of alive here. Because we're a few steps behind here, but we get the first knockout. So that was really, really big. I normally would have threw energy on because I feel like he's gonna have Silvally here. Yep, of course. Almost no doubt that he was gonna play it. Do you have a trainer card though? Okay, I was gonna say it's almost unlikely you wouldn't. But the good thing about this is now if we pull Silvally next turn, or even a fossil would be great here. His hand's real low right now, which is good. Give me fossil or okay, oak, perfect. I was saying I need a fossil or oak, or Silvally would have also been okay. The game screwed me, and we have no basics, so we got lucky. Well, oh, I was gonna concede, but he may not have a trainer card actually, so we could actually still win this. I was gonna just concede though there. Come on, let's see it. Yes or no? No. Oh, okay. If I we just clutched that crazy. Unless he plays like Mars next turn, we just clutched this. Insane. Absolute insanity. I was finna concede, but I said there actually is a win condition. There actually is the smallest win condition ever here. And we everything went perfect. He had to have no trainer card that situation. And even here he may not have it. Wow. That's just unlucky. Crazy enough too, we don't get the knockout here without Rampardos either, so wow. What a comeback. Insane comeback. I've had the most fun with this deck. This deck is insanely good. It is insanely consistent. Except there's like 1 out of 10 matches where you just get like the absolute worst things. But here's the thing with other decks. Here's the biggest issue I used to have with like a Blaine deck, right? Blaine deck was actually pretty strong. Like it was like similar to this, but the consistency wasn't there. You didn't always get Ninetales or Rapidash when you needed them. This deck, you're almost always gonna have Silvally because you have technically four cards in this deck that allows you to pull them. Again, and then on top of that, like, you know, don't even, like, does not include Professor Research. So then you get Professor Researchers thrown in there. Like, the chance of getting Silvally is so astronomically high that I almost always see him. That is never a problem. Another consistent thing is I almost always have a trainer card. That almost is never a issue either. I almost never not have a trainer card. So I almost always have a trainer card, and I almost always have Silvally. So that almost always means I'm swinging for 100. Long as I go second, it is a hard deck to beat, especially those new beast decks, because most of those need 3. That new beast deck, what is it called? BuzzFeed? What's his name? What is that new one called? I don't know why I'm so stuck on his name right now. Buzzwole. So I run into this quite a bit, and I beat it so consistently. The only issue is really that the one that lets you the turbo beast or whatever ability, that one gives me trouble because it is a card that I can't one shot with Silvally. So, and like, if it comes out, it can wall for 2 turns, and that's pretty long. But they usually don't use it to wall because you really don't want it to like die, because then you're stuck. If it dies, you're stuck, and I'm sure a lot of people learned that the hard way. But yeah. Okay, guys, we're back. I had a match off screen because I had to answer a call real quick, but we just beat a Starmie Articuno deck, and it was shocking to see one in Ultra Ball. I don't know if they just like played another deck and just switched randomly, but yeah, the deck the I don't even know what my win percent is right now, but I feel like it's got to be in the like 70s. It's like any game I have a good start is almost instant win. There is one point I had like I was going second back to back to back, and going second with this deck is very, 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 very strong. It puts so much instant pressure on a lot of these. So much instant pressure. So can't do anything there. If he disrupts my hand, I'm okay with that actually. We'll definitely see Silvally again. So nope, no hand disruption here. Poison Barb, that's fine. If you're only playing type null, then we're gonna sub you out here. So okay, even more perfect. So we're gonna put him on the bench. What kind of sucks here though, again, type null can't really get out of this situation easy. What kind of sucks here though, we need that 40 because at least next turn then we could guarantee the KO with Silvally with no trainer. Let's see. Okay, so he may just retreat out here or try to sit in. I would assume he just like retreats out here. But he does that, he's wasting a turn too. So okay, I think he's just gonna take the L. Oh, he X speeds. Very interesting. Double X speeds? Was that an accident? Well, either way, we're fine. Honestly, if I see a trainer, we'll just stay in. Yeah, Mars. Well, Mars helps him though, but yeah, I won't Mars him just yet. We'll just use Craniodose to put a bunch of pressure on him. May even force us to read here, cause we longest. And here's another thing too. When you do decide, do I want to play Rampart or not? Here's one thing you need to always kind of think about is like energy disruption. Like my next turn. Like if he plays like as long as I know I can get energy on Silvally, then I know I'm safe. So there's nothing that can come in here and Oko me. There's nothing that can come in here Oko me. As far as I know, I've been a lot of these new cards have been throwing me in a loop, so I don't even know myself. He wasted both XPs earlier, so he has to just sit here and kind of and quote unquote die. So yep. So now we plenty of time to get Silvally back up, and then once he comes back in, then we pretty much just win. Oh wait, we might. Wait. How much poison? Do we die from poison here? We do. Scary stuff here. Cause now 30. He's doing 50, but we survived, so I think, yeah, okay, we still win. Yeah, that's scary stuff right there. Wait a minute. Now we take up, that's game. I think now we take 30. Yep. Wow, what a clutch. This deck's very interesting. See, I should have stayed. I should have Marsed them. That was my fault. That was my I lost that. There was no reason I should have lost that. I'm not too familiar with that deck, and I wasn't doing no math or nothing like that about later on. But yeah, I definitely should have like sacrificed Silvally earlier. Yeah. Yeah, definitely my bad on that loss there. Wow. That was all me. I had no clue. That deck is actually not too bad. 30 plus 30 damage on the point. Yeah, that's actually not too crazy bad. Yeah, that's all. Well, that sucks there. I wanted to end on 2 wins, but I'm not gonna make this any longer. Hope you guys did enjoy this. I want to start keeping these a little shorter instead of making them like 40 minutes, 30 minutes long. But I think I showcased this deck well. Unfortunately, we never even saw blue, so I don't even know. I have to get some more gameplay on blue and tell you. But as you guys see, it like one card isn't gonna make or break a deck, but it definitely in certain situations will come up and I think will be very useful. So but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. I'm really enjoying this deck. If you guys are too and gonna try it out, man, I appreciate thumbs up or a sub. Like I said, we're out, man. We're out. Peace.